A woman shared a text exchange she had with a former date wherein he asked her to pay him back for their first date since she declined to go out on a second date with him.
That's problematic because
Mhm.
part of the thrill of dating is the fact that you take a risk.
You do know that girls have this secret thing between each other that they go about telling themselves, like their friends or whatever, about how they can get free or who can get the most free meals.
Oh yeah.
The human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While the typical man is a simple creature, there exists a subgroup, the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex, allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of The Last of the Nice Guys. I am Joe, and with me are Jason and Manny. And tonight's exciting topic is TikToker slams date who asks her to pay him back for the first date. Oh, God.
Hey, well done, well done. Here's my problem with the way you do your intros now. They make me uncomfortable. Okay.
Exciting.
Okay. No, but it says, oh, come on, Manny, you have to say, you have to be real. The way the inflection and tone of his voice is kind of like a creeper. Okay. It's like I'm waiting for him to like lick my ear and say, just let it happen. Like that's how it feels to me.
Let me tell you, if that would have happened. After I said all that, I would have came behind you and went, how'd you like that?
I hope something happens to your tongue. All right, so this article actually comes from yahoo.com/lifestyle. TikToker slams date who asked her to pay him back. I am so done. A woman shared a text exchange she had with a former date wherein he asked her to pay him back for their first date since she declined to go out on a second date with him. Okay.
Wow.
She said she drove over an hour to meet up with the guy in September, and according to what she told in the text, she didn't feel an intense connection between them. So when the guy asked her out again, she declined. In a series of texts that she shared, the date replied, "You never gave me a chance. You think there's going to be a strong chemistry in 4 hours? Maybe part of that was you never texting me or making any effort." Then the guy asked her to pay him back for the first date. He goes, "Okay, but can you pay me back?" He wrote. She says, "Pay you back for what?" He says, "Parking and dinner." She went on to joke and say, do you take Amex? But the date was totally serious about it. When she replied that she didn't have one, no. He said, hold on, what did he say? No, he's asked for, PayPal. She's like, "Well, I didn't have a PayPal." He said, "You can make one." So she summarized her feelings by saying that she was so done with dating because of this. That some of the commenters were, "I hope you didn't send anything. Dates are meant to get to know people. Second dates aren't a sure thing. And why do you want your money back?" Another commenter proposed that the guy to charge the guy for the gas money that she drove to meet him an hour. And another one said, "I don't care about the money anymore." She said, "I don't care about the money anymore. At this point, I'd pay him just to delete my number." So, and the story continues, and this is the funny thing about it. How do you guys feel about this? Let's break it down. Guy asks girl out, girl goes out with guy, girl doesn't feel any connection, guy pays for date, Guy asks for a second date. Girl declines second date. Guy says, well, can you reimburse me for first date? Partially because he believes she didn't give him a chance and she didn't actually put any effort into getting to know him or anything like that. He felt unfulfilled by the date and by the lack of chance. And this is how he felt. What do you guys feel about this?
It depends on the date.
What do you mean?
Like, where'd they go? Was it a 5-star restaurant?
It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant.
I mean, to me, it kind of
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because no matter what he wants his money back for the investment that he put into trying to court her and it going nowhere.
On the record, I've never heard of this happening before. This is my first time ever hearing this.
Of a guy asking. I know.
Yeah, I've never heard this.
Neither have I. But I don't know if I fault him. And this is coming from the hold on. This is coming from the sour, scorned, sore loser in me. I don't know if I fault him for saying this because I've been there. I've taken girls out on several. The beach date one was a girl that I took out on 3 dates. Spent an entire summer driving her around because her car got repoed or whatever. Thinking that we were actually working towards something. On the 4th date, she's like, I think we should just be friends. Like I should have been like that moment. Can I have all my money back? Like everything I invested in this, can I have that back? Because fuck, what was the point of this? So he's taking it to the most fickle degree by saying, 1 date in, you didn't feel me. Well, I invested money. Let me get it back. So how do you guys feel about this? Because let's be reasonable. Dating for men is harder than dating for women. I've always said this on this podcast. Women just have to show up. We have to pay. We have to smooth you. We have to earn your respect, your interest, all that crap. It's always one side. It always falls on the men. So I kind of see where he's coming from. I would know I would never do that. I'd probably just say, I just delete the girl's number. But he was kind of ballsy to say, listen, I don't think you gave me a chance. I don't feel like you gave me a fair shot. So you know what? Let me, I took you out. You had a great time, or you at least you spent money on my dime. Let me get my money back. I'd like a refund. What do you guys think? Discuss. No dead air. No dead air.
Yeah, I think this is actually bullshit. Listen,
what do you mean?
I don't agree with the, I want my money back because the date didn't go my way type situation.
That's not what he said? Didn't go his way.
Okay, but he didn't get a second date, therefore he asked for his money back on the first one. That's problematic because part of the thrill of dating is the fact that you take a risk. You don't know what's going to happen, because if the shoe was the other way around, and let's just say he's one of them, ain't shit motherfuckers, and the girl paid for the dinner, and she didn't have a good time, and he turned her down,
you can't use
how would that go?
You can't use
no I can
because that's not the norm. Women don't.
It is not the norm. It is also not normal to ask for your money back.
No, listen,
it really isn't.
It isn't. It isn't. Why isn't it? It isn't because what? Because men don't do that. That's not chivalrous. That's not the cool thing to do. Men are expected to pay with it. But why? We had this. One of the first episodes we had, Joe, was, are men still expected to pay? And then we said, why? You see what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying he's right, but what I am saying is I empathize with how he feels and why he says, you know what? This financial transaction didn't go well. I would like to be reimbursed. Dating is a financial transaction. At least half.
I agree with.
Give
half,
me back.
Yes.
Give me. I don't think he meant for the entire date. I think he meant for her. I mean, we're assuming
her share.
I think it was for her share. I'm pretty sure he was asking for her share. Listen, you went out. I went out. I paid. You're not digging me. Can you at least pay for your own meal then, and let me reimburse me for the fact that, because remember, he's not saying, bitch, you didn't give it up. His argument is that you didn't give it a shot. You only gave us 4 hours, and before that, you didn't put any effort into text messages or communicating with me prior to the date. That's what she admitted that he said. So you put no effort in. He still took you out, and then and for me, it sounds like she went out for a free meal.
Exactly, and
that's what it feels like to me, and that's fucked up though.
Right, and that I understand. That's why, just given by those details alone, he should have never went on anywhere with her, because, you know, one, blind dates are horrible. It's a horrible idea. I know people are like, risque is fun and you never know what you're gonna jump into and whatever. I blind dates are horrible. That's why you got to make sure you get yourself into a situation that either A, you can escape from, because escaping is a thing. And B, if you do end up forking, you know, paying for everything on your own, you know, you don't 100% regret it. Okay, maybe both of you didn't enjoy each other's time. Maybe it was one-sided, whatever have you. But don't put yourself in a situation without actually knowing where it's going to go. This guy obviously put himself in a situation that he clearly knew wasn't going to go anywhere, because if she gave him no effort, she never wanted to in the first place.
You're right, but she still went out with him
because she wanted somebody. It was a free meal.
Correct. But us men, we don't look at it like that. We look at it as in, she's giving me a shot, a real shot. Or she could have said no when she said yes. A decent guy looks at that as hope. Okay, she's interested enough to go out with me. Because because what we think is simply, if a woman is not interested at all, she's not going to go out go in public with me. She's not going to have me pay for her. Why would she do that if she's not interested in me? We don't really think about the whole, oh, you know what? Maybe she just wants some pampering, or she just wants to be taken out and to look pretty, even though she has absolutely no. God bless you. You do know that you had such a lead time with that sneeze. You could have hit the mute button, right? You know that, right? I know that. Like it was.
It's so fucking selfish.
I wanted it to be a part of it, because that's a lot of bullshit, man. Because here's the thing.
Okay.
I want to know the conversations that led up to that date. I want to know, hey, let's go out and grab a dinner. No, I'm not into you. Oh, okay, come on. We'll just go out as friends. Okay. Like, that is also a possibility.
But no, because she made it very clear it was a date. This is not his version. This is her story. And she made it clear it was a date. She knew it was a date. He knew it was a date. And he even referenced, when she was quoting his text, he said date. And he mentioned, you didn't get to know me. You didn't try. So she knew it was a date. And even if she did it, I'm sorry, ladies, if you let a man that you're not like 10 years friends with, even then, take you out and pay for everything, that is a date. Yeah. I don't want to hear we're just friends. No, friends don't do that.
A guy buying you drinks at the bar, that's a date.
Okay, that's a
date.
They don't
and
do that.
You guys are friends, that's a date.
And you know they don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Even if they say, oh, just like you as a friend. No.
Yeah,
that's advantage. Date. You're taking advantage of the dude. But that's neither here nor there. Right. What I'm saying is,
damn, I've gone on dates with men and women. Damn.
No, I mean really? Opposite sex, because no, you know what I'm talking about. You
good job. He goes both ways.
I'm learning something about myself right now.
What I'm saying though is that
you know that girls have this secret thing between each other that they go about telling themselves, like their friends or whatever, about how they can get free, or who can get the most free meals.
Oh yeah.
Like
this is
an actual thing.
That is the thing. Yeah, I know.
So I'm not surprised about. I actually agreed with the half comment. I think that makes sense, because I look at it as he asked for her half, so it kind of looks like to me that he's just asking for the other portion because he feels like he wasted his time. I've never heard of that before. If that was me and I knew the date was wrong, which I've had dozens upon dozens,
cheaper by the dozens.
McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, like the list can go on. But I didn't care.
He used to take women to White Castle right there at Junction.
White Castle. Utica. Utica.
Wow.
He's talking about a dollar van in Brooklyn, New York.
Utica.
I don't know what the stress is about for this guy. I mean, he's stressing out because he feels like he wasted his time. Fine, but I agree with Manny. I would love to know the conversations that they had between each other on this date that led
You
him
guys
to
want
believe.
context, and I get it. If it was the guy speaking, I would get it. But the woman is telling the story. I think there's enough context there. And she quoted him as if he was the wrong one in this. I don't care about context. Let's just the brass tacks. Guy asked girl out. Girl said yes. Girl didn't want. It was the date was whatever. He felt confident enough to ask for a second date, so he thought that he did well. When he asked for the second date, she says, nope, didn't feel the spark. He says, but how could you? It was 4 hours and you didn't put any effort. And then when he says effort, I don't know if that was before the first date or between the two dates. You didn't put any effort in messaging me. What should have happened then was she should have been upfront with him before he asked for the second date and said, you know what? I think, you and I are we just be friends.
This is it.
It was probably a situation like Manny's background.
Yeah, pretty, for all you know.
That's probably what happened. He's like, yeah, you ate everything on the menu.
It's this situation right here.
Lobster, steak.
It's this situation right here where I half jokingly and half seriously say, every woman I take out gets the beach date. You want to know why? The beach date is something I want to do. It's not expensive. Okay. It shows me whether you have a fun side or not.
And you need to live in Florida.
Right. And you live in right. And it's just fun. So if the date goes wrong, guess what I got to do? I got the banana bike and I got to have some drinks at the taco spot. I'm fine. So that's my solution. No, but it is what it is. If you're gonna take out a woman, if you're gonna take out a woman, hold on. If you're gonna take out a woman and you don't know where this is gonna go anywhere, and there's a potential loss, you might as well do something you want to do. Period.
Yeah. And then you pay, therefore you pay for the experience.
Exactly. And so you do what you want to do. You're having fun, and hopefully she has fun too. And if she doesn't, oh well. Because I was known for some extravagant bullshit. I would take these women to some serious places, and it would be for one date, maybe 2 days. I would never make it to the relationship stage. And I would sit there and be like, A, I just ruined a really, really, really special location. And B, I'm out of a whole bunch of money. So my reaction is, instead of going the route that this guy went, he went to the dark side. He went, bitch, give me back my money. I went to the whole, you know what? This is the reality of dating for guys. We have to do everything. So you know what? Do something for yourself while you're doing it for her. Hopefully she enjoys it. And if she doesn't or isn't feeling you, you have no regrets because you had fun yourself. You weren't all about trying to impress her, come out of pocket, lose your mind. The last girl that I was talking to, I took her to Glitch Bar. I had a blast. She's ghosted. She's gone now. Oh, well, boo-hoo. But guess what? I went to Glitch Bar. I had a blast. I had drinks. I played video games. I had a lovely girl next to me for a little bit of hours. You can't beat that. So I feel absolutely nothing that she's now ghosted me. Why? Because
you enjoyed yourself.
I enjoyed myself.
Yep.
That's the best way to go about it than doing this. But then again, if you go this route, like I said, I don't condone it. I would never do it myself. Trust me.
Maybe he's pressed for money. Maybe
he's not pressed for money. It's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. Right here, you think there's going to be strong chemistry in 4 hours. Maybe part of that was you never text me or made an effort. He feels some kind of way. He felt a spark. You know what I'm saying? He felt something. She did not. She is not required to feel anything. Don't get me wrong, ladies. Not required to feel anything. But to be straightforward and upfront, maybe. And if you're going to let a man take you out and you're not feeling him, I don't think it's wrong for him to ask you for your portion back. I don't think so. Would I ever do it? No. But do I think it's wrong? No. Because why is it that why is it that the first date is all the man's risk? Why is it all upon him? If you don't like the guy, you get to go home. If you don't like us, we have to pay the bill. We probably have to drop you back home. We probably have to, it's a whole bunch of, we probably have to, we bought you flowers. We did whatever we need to do to court you. You're not courting us. The first date, dating in general, courting in general, is all at the risk of the man. All of it. Why is that fair? So I bet you now.
Do it.
So
that's
I bet
why
you now,
that's why a lot of guys and girls
exactly. So I
don't
bet
do
you
it
right
now.
now, I bet you right now, if we made the new norm now, this no Me Too, female centric, everybody, whatever is equal moment, if we just sat here and said, guess what? No matter who asked out who, if it doesn't go right, you should reimburse the other person who paid, whether it's man, woman, or woman, man. I bet you 52%, 60%, 70% of the dates women go on, if they knew for a fact that if they weren't feeling the guy and we're not interested in giving him a chance, that they had to reimburse their portion of the date, they wouldn't go out on these dates.
We should come up with a game show.
What?
We'll pay for your entire date if you agree to go on a second one.
But that's a damn shame. No, but can we agree upon this though? Do you think can we come to a consensus that if women had as much to lose financially or time wise or effort and all that other extra stuff, if they had to bring us flowers too, if they had to open up our door as well, if they had to bring us chocolates as well, they had to pay their half, but it knew that if they went wrong, they had to reimburse the other person for their portion, it would stop this rampant, okay, I'll go out with you and eat. Why not? Could we kind of agree on that? I
would love to be
agree
quoted like that. I think that'd be fantastic.
No, not that it would happen, but that if women had a risk, if they had
I legit wish
they
that I had that. Like I legit wish
what I'm
that
saying though is that if women had something to lose on going out with men, okay, on dates financially as well, that they would probably think twice about accepting random dates.
Oh yeah,
because if they knew,
of course, yeah,
everything is complex with them, so they would, everything is too complex with them.
No, because a date is not always a date with them. It's just sometimes they want to go on a date to be taken out somewhere to just for a free meal. Like it's not always emotionally attached with a date. It's just sometimes just I want to go out. I haven't gone out in 2 or 3 weeks or a month or whatever. This idiot wants to take me out. Maybe I just go hang out with him for a little bit. With us, it's just like,
and as long as I don't call it a date, and
in my mind,
as long as I don't call it a date, in my mind, it's not really a date. We're just two people casually hanging out, and he's taking me out. I didn't ask him to take me out. Come on, ladies, you guys know what you're doing.
Well, what about the stigma that these ladies think that the dates with men are a waste of time because all men want is just to get that. Their rocks off,
but all men do want that, and it's fine.
Right?
It's not a single motherfucking man who looks at a woman and says, "I want to take her out on a date because I want to get to know what's inside her head." That's not true. No, man. You may be curious, but you're not taking out a woman that you wouldn't consider bangable. We know this now. Most men or the more refined men, they can hide this, or they can control this impulse better. But let's be reasonable. Every woman we ask out, we're curious about what it'd be like to bang them. Period. Yeah, it's fine.
We're expecting it.
No, I don't know. No, see, yes, at some point we're at some point we are expecting to get us somewhere. Ideally the first date, but eventually we would. That's reality. Men, that's what men want first and foremost. We want the physical, and we get to know the emotional and the mental. It's vice versa. Women, we get that, and yes, that's what men want. But what you're doing, you just because that's all we want doesn't mean we're not going to put our best foot forward and our best effort to try and get to know you, to earn the nookie. A good man is trying to earn the nookie, not trying to get it. He's trying to earn it.
Earn it.
On that.
Earn it.
Sometimes.
No, I mean good men. Good men are trying to earn it. You know what I'm saying? So would that be what are you doing? So,
and even the good men want the
they do. Punani. Right, but we all want the punani, but we're trying to earn it though. We want to earn it.
I would have loved to back in the day. Would have loved to have gotten like gifts or shit on the first date. I've never had that. I've never gotten like surprised by
because how that's not their job.
I know. I'm just saying. Like they
receive. They don't give.
No. I'm just imagining. Imagine like she's like, oh well, here I got you some halal food on our first date. Let's just go buy the.
Did you say halal food? Did she get it from Utica?
Fucking Joe, bro. I don't even know what to fucking say. Holy shit. This motherfucker said, I wish somebody came up to me on a date and was like, hey, I got you some halal. Oh, thank you. I was thinking about that all day.
What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is a halal?
It goes all over the place, like all over the street. and then you just walk away. you just slowly walk away.
But I agree. It's just that women, unfortunately, they expect the world from
Day one.
From day one, and men have no right to expect anything. Do you see what I'm talking about? Women expect chivalry, you to pay for everything. You show them that they're queens, that they're special, but men aren't allowed to expect anything. I want to make it very clear. We aren't allowed to expect anything, because if we expect sex, we're wrong. We expect a kiss, we're wrong. We expect a second date, we're wrong. But
the game is changing. The game is changing.
How so?
Because now women are starting to catch on to a lot of guys knowing that we want that. So either, and I've heard this before recently. I think I spoke to somebody who
shoot your shot, son.
I spoke to somebody who actually she was a good friend, and she said that she went on a date like a month ago, and I was like, oh, so how'd it go? And she was like, well, on the second date we did it. I was like, really? That's all it took? She's like, yeah, because the first date was great, and I know he was expecting that. I was like, okay. So I was like, so what's your status now?
Okay.
Oh, we stopped talking after like 3 weeks. I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, Kevin, our Lord and Savior Kevin Samuels made it very clear. He said, ladies, stop going on second dates with men that you have no intention of sleeping with, and don't go on that you're not ready to sleep with, and don't go on the first dates if you have no intention of sleeping with them. That's what he said. If you look at this person and you do not see yourself sleeping with them, don't go on the first date. Don't go on the second date if you have no intention of actually doing it and or being ready to sleep with them. Not that you have to on a second date, but that's where it's going. And that, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's rough, but that's what us men, that's what we expect. And that's simple for us. We want to get it in. We want to get it in behind a dumpster. We want to get it in a car. We want to get it in the kitchen. We want to get it whatever. We just want to get it in. That's easy. But what you women expect is the moon. And to get to the moon is several friggin' steps. We men work harder to date women than women work to date men. That's reality. And I've been saying this from get-go, and I'll say it forever. Dating is much harder for men, especially good men, than it is for women. Because even a shitty guy will still take you to McDonald's, and it will still come out of pocket to try and get some nookie. You know what I'm trying to say? All you women get to do is sit there and be like, well, not today, maybe tomorrow. I think we can be friends. But what are you doing? Stick around. Let's.
But that steak and lobster was so good. What can we go out again?
Good. It was so good. You know, I don't really want you, but you make me feel so special inside. So
I'm in the mood for Italian food. I like that. I'm in the mood for some Italian food. Come on,
some halal.
Bring me some halal, big boy.
Some halal.
Yo, halal's mad good. I don't care what you say. Okay, when you get a lamb over rice, come on now.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm ready. So that's what I'm saying is that, so even though this is inspired by this thing, even though, and I swear to you, I not that I couldn't do it, but I don't see myself ever doing that. I would just take the L. I've been taking the L all the time, so I'll just take the L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
would never ask for my money back, but I empathize with this man. I really do. And I think he was very courageous and bold to demand his money back, to demand it via PayPal. Hey, let me get my money back. You know, because guess what? Again, dating is at this bare bones a financial transaction. And
That's what I was going to point out too before.
what?
Yeah.
Carry on. Go.
No, the financial burden nowadays in today's society is really, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And also depending on where you live, that if they were having their date in New York, I can completely understand this man asking for a half.
Yeah.
I understand it wholeheartedly because he definitely wasn't getting her halal.
It doesn't say how old they were, right?
No, they didn't get into it like that. But the way they were talking, it's gotta be early 20s, mid 20s. If I had, because if I had to guess.
Was there a location as well or no?
No. It didn't get that far into it. It didn't get that far into it at all.
I guess no matter where you go, everything is slowly going up in price. So I can understand why.
No, I mean,
he would feel this way.
What I'm saying very clearly is I don't fault this guy. I don't. I would never do it myself. Manny would never do it. Joe has done it, but hasn't done it in a while. But I wouldn't do it myself. But I don't know. I empathize. Dating sucks.
I did do it one time.
I believe you. And I'm not even judging you for it though, because I think that for a man to respect his time and his money and his effort enough to say, listen, I don't think you put your best faith, your best good faith in this date. I don't think you put your best good faith in trying to get to know me. I'd like to be reimbursed for the effort
and the
time that I put in. I can't get my time back. I can't get my effort back, but I can get some of my money back. I can get a partial refund. Much like any other financial transaction, you can ask for a refund. And I think that men should maybe consider making this part of the norm. I'm not saying, oh, you're a jackass and she doesn't want to sleep with you, get your money back. No. But what I'm saying, if you really feel like the woman you took out did not put a good faith effort, and it's happening right now as we speak. A guy is trying to impress a woman. She's on her phone, waiting, looking at her clock, waiting for her meal to come. It's happening right now, several times. If a woman is not putting but they're both of them are doing it. But if a woman is not putting her best good faith effort to trying to getting to know a man, to give a man a chance, he should have the right to say, I'd like my money back. I would, because you didn't really try. And she could disagree. I did try. Well, then you have the dialogue and hopefully you come to a consensus. Again, I don't think I will, no matter how much of a former nice guy I am, I'll never be that guy. I just don't see it happening. Even though I probably, some women that I've had in the past definitely deserve a text. Can I have my money back for X, Y, and Z? A whole bunch, I'm looking at you, my ex. So, but the reality, oh, come on, bro. You have no idea. You have no idea.
She's watching this. He ain't getting a fucking dime.
No. If there's anybody should reimburse me for my effort and my time, especially my money, it would be that chick recently, because that was a waste. Again, 6 months, and I come to the conclusion that she only wanted to show the world that somebody could care for her. And once she showed the world it, she was done.
That was it.
And I have unconfirmed reports, because she's still friends on Facebook with a couple of people, that she literally got with somebody in the same month she broke up with me. Same June. Same June. So i.e. she couldn't be a girlfriend to me, but she'd be a girlfriend to somebody else in the same month. So, and again, I don't care when it comes to how soon you want to move on. It's totally up to you. But it shows you who you are. It shows you your character, and it makes me, again, it vindicates me throwing her shit out after 4 weeks. It vindicates me, and it could probably explain why she didn't come get her crap for a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it actually vindicates me when it comes to the way I behaved afterwards, saying, listen, delete my number. Don't contact me again. Your stuff's in the garbage. You never came for it. You know what I'm saying?
Call waste management to go and get your shit.
Exactly. Yeah, go over there. You know what? I'll even give you a ride to the landfill. I won't.
The landfill.
I won't wait with you. You can get Uber after that. So, but but things like that. Good faith. You put your good faith forward, and that's what women expect from men. Good faith forward. Be respectful. Be gentlemanly. Pay for the date. Court me. Treat me like a lady. But you don't give us that back in return. You just sit there looking pretty. Well, I look pretty for you. What? That's not what? So it goes back to that old thing. Should men still be expected to pay? And my answer was no. Joe's answer was no. Absolutely not. Of course, it's who asked who out, sure. But at the same time, when you're going out and you're you're expecting the man to pay for it all, pick you up, drive you there, feed you, give you drinks, maybe something afterwards, drive you back, and all he gets is good night.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I get the same face in the past every single time when I used to go on dates, and the girls would be like, "Oh, no, what's the bill? I'll split it with you." And I answer like this. What the?
Is that true?
Yeah, I've had a couple times where they said,
Bro,
what's the bill like?
the most recent little ghost.
Same face, same gesture. I do the same thing all the time.
I can't tell you that that's ever happened. I mean, it's happened. I mean, the girl who just ghosted me, she offered to pay for half of the date. What happened?
No, the girl who just ghosted me.
What else am I gonna call her?
I know. Ghost.
She who shall not be named.
Well, no, because to say that, you're giving her power that she doesn't have. I was attracted to her. I barely knew her.
But I warned you.
Yeah, but I'm not heartbroken. You see, you're saying you warned me, but I'm not heartbroken. I wasn't attached. I don't care. But she ghosted me. You know, it is what it is. But she's the closest I came to it because half of the date she wanted to go to a lounge, and the lounge was like it's $25 a head, and I said I'm not doing that, not a chance. She's like, no, but let's go. I'll pay for it. I said that's sweet, but that's $50 just to walk inside. That's not worth it. Let's just go somewhere else and talk. It wasn't that I didn't have the money. It was that I thought that was ridiculous that you had to pay $25 to get into a lounge, not a club, per person. And then you have to buy drinks. We're going to walk out of there with a bill of $150 for what? I didn't think
that's perfectly okay what you did, because that's a smart move.
Right, exactly.
It's a smart move.
It's good.
It makes no sense logically and financially. It makes no sense unless you have that money to throw away.
Even it's not even just throwing it away. It's just like it just wasn't the best bang for your buck. That's $50 right there just to walk into a place. What if you didn't like it? You know, whenever I used to go clubbing in the past and we had to pay for a cover charge, I said, guys, listen to me. I don't care if it was $10 or $40. If we paid a cover charge to get in, we're staying our happy ass here for the night. That's how I always felt, because I paid for a cover charge. Now, if I don't like it, that's why I made sure everybody was aware. If we don't like it, we're still staying here. I just paid to get in here. I'm not leaving until I'm ready to leave.
Can you imagine when you came up to New York that time when we went to do the hookah and you were trying to get your last pulls in really quickly?
Yes.
Imagine if they charged us like money to get in, and we left that quickly.
Bro, I'd have been pissed.
I don't think they would have done that to us though.
But to be real to you, to be real to you though, if there was a cover charge, I wouldn't know. I would have said, "Nah, I'm good, guys."
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of cover charges either, especially because if the place is like empty and whack and no one's in there and you're not feeling the vibe, we just wasted money to walk
exactly just to walk in somewhere. That's my thing. If I'm gonna do it, it must be an event. It must be something really, 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 really fun.
Yeah, if I saw that, I'd be like, look, there's a halal cart in the corner. Let's just go listen halal.
This guy and his halal, bro.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna order you some. I don't know. I'm gonna Uber Eats you some or something, because clearly you're hungry. Or
there's a halal cart on Church in Albemarle right there.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Church and
I'm sorry. Flatbush and Albemarle on the corner.
That's not halal. That's a halal cart. That's gyros and shit.
That's pretty much the same thing, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Halal. Wow, I used to live there for many, many years.
Negro, I'm 37 years old. I've never heard the term halal ever before in my entire life. Okay, so I know gyro.
You're an uncultured piece of swine.
Manny hasn't lived in New York for X amount of years, and he knew.
He did not know what halal was.
Yes, I did.
No, the fuck you did. You know what?
Listen, I'm very cultured. Okay, I go out and I do stuff. Okay,
With
I
who?
may not.
With who?
Okay,
when?
let me rephrase that. I've gone out. and done stuff. Okay. Let me rephrase, man. Let me correct, man. I've gone out and done stuff and eaten some weird shit. Okay,
I've had it all up in that halal back in the past. Okay,
I'm semi well rounded. Okay.
Well, I used to be well rounded. Then I became an anti nice guy. Fuck. So yeah. So I mean, let's wrap this up. What else do you guys have to say about? I mean, I spoke a lot. Maybe that chick is right. I do speak too much in this podcast. What else do you guys say about this? You know, what are you laughing at?
Fuck her. Get out of here and speak too much. This man has way better knowledge and experience talking on podcasts, ma'am. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I fully, like I told you before, I fully agree with what this guy did. I would have done the same thing. My old self would have done the same thing, but my new self, obviously, I can't speak on what I would do now. But a couple of years ago, I probably wouldn't have done it. I think I would have just taken the L, like Jay said, and just walked away because it's not worth it. And also, like Manny says, it just causes way too much trauma. Yeah, it just causes way too much trauma.
And then they'll put you out, and they'll put you out on TikTok or on social media saying how
especially
much you are.
That too. And then you'll get you'll get all the friends of hers.
Yeah,
family. You'll get the story and the highlight.
It's gonna be the next movement.
Yeah, they're gonna cancel you, basically. They're gonna cancel you. How dare you?
Men need to stop paying.
I'll tell you right now, memes get passed around on the internet very fucking fast.
Quickly. Oh yeah.
So the moment you say something or you look stupid in the picture or video, best believe that you will turn into a meme just like that in a matter of seconds. So if this dude ever had like a video or someone recorded him saying it or whatever the case may be, he would instantly be famous on the internet just because of what he said or did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but again, this is the new age millennium that we have to go through with dating. It sucks, and people just do outrageous shit. It's just it to me, it doesn't make sense half the time. So,
that's Manny. Sorry, wrong podcast. This is what happens when we do two back to back in a row. It's just too much.
Hey, we can do one at a time. I'm not.
No, I have to work with what I can because you guys have busy lives and I clearly I don't have a life, so
Hey, I always make time. Fuck off. Anyways, in regards to this guy, I mean, I understand why he did it, but at the same time, as somebody who's lost, an investment on the dating world or whatever in the past, I've learned that I don't put myself in situations like that anymore. If I know it's not going to go anywhere just from casual conversations, you're not getting that date. You're not getting that first date. Like it's just that's just how I am.
Yep.
I've just learned to adapt to that way. And if I ever get to if I meet somebody and the first thing out of their mouth is like, when we're going on a date, pass. I'm sorry. Like you're looking for something way before, because what's going to happen is,
what does that mean? What if it means that she's interested? She wants to get out there with you, Manny.
But off of nothing. That means in those little 4 hours that we have that date, like this dude had, we're going to get to know each other. Mm-hmm. And then she doesn't like me or I don't like her. Then the second date doesn't happen. And then
It's her. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is her right here. Wasting all my money, eating all everything, whatever.
That's interesting, man.
It's a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing to get rejected, even while you're on the date, and you got rejected after you ordered the food. That's a hell of a thing. It was like that happened to me, where the girl fully understood. She had me bring a blanket and pillows. We were gonna go lay on the beach after, like we used to back in the day, and she knew she was going to reject me that night, but she waited until after we ordered drinks and food to then bring up. And I swear to God, I every time I relook at what happened this particular day, and I have, this is the beach date, everybody, if you want to find out which heartbreak I'm talking about. And it wasn't really a heartbreak, it was more like a awful rejection. I realized she waited till after we ordered drinks and dinner to then say, hey, I think we should be friends. And of course, my reaction was, then why are we here?
His mission achieved, my friend.
Because she got what she
Why
wanted.
are we
She got the
here?
free meal. She
Mission
probably couldn't
achieved.
afford. She probably couldn't afford the ramen noodles at night.
It
And
was
she
not
said, "You know
ramen
what?"
noodles. It was not ramen noodles. We went to
No,
Margaritaville.
I'm not
and
talking.
lovely
No, I'm not talking
place.
about. No. I'm not talking about your date. I'm talking about
Oh,
her at home saying, "Oh, I can't afford the ramen noodles
Right.
that I can cook instantly. Let me see what Jason's doing. Maybe we can go on a date real quick."
well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's just really funny, and people slash women wonder why I speak the way I speak and act the way I act now.
Why the fuck is Instagram giving me an algorithm that says get paid to eat and it's showing dishes?
Because it's always sorry, I'm still trying to get that
Listening.
I'm still trying to get that same
I
friggin-
legit thought that you were actually trying to go along with what you were
no,
saying.
by catching for the last 3 hours.
I didn't know you were
I've been
catching a
trying-
fly.
No, mosquito. I was trying to catch this mosquito for the last 3 hours, and it's
You guys still have those? Oh, shit.
yeah. Why?
I forgot you live.
Yeah,
No, it's like
it's hot here.
It's like 40 degrees over here.
No, it's because halal is not getting rid of the mosquitoes like
Yeah.
like they are up there. Actually,
That's
give me a gyro, and I'll probably have no mosquitoes.
Yeah.
But no, I totally agree.
Get some protein in your life.
And ladies, I'm not saying you guys aren't worth the effort. I'm not saying you guys aren't worth the monetary expense. But what I am saying is you're not worth it.
But you're not.
What I am saying, see, there you go. But what I am saying though is that it's one-sided, and life's not fair. But it's not fair. It's unfair. And if you guys were putting yourselves in our shoes, I think there would be a lot less rejection, a lot less using and abusing, a lot less of this kind of stuff happening, because you ladies would have them, and you ladies like to say you're more empathetic and emotional and sympathetic, but yet you do this to men. You do. And then you sit there and you make excuses, and well, he knew I wasn't interested. Well, how did he know? Well, because he knew, or I knew we were just friends, and how was I supposed to know? Come on, please grow up. Let's grow up. Because clearly you know what you're doing. And I think that if you women were put in our position as men, you would realize dating sucks for us. And you'd be a lot more understanding and a lot more straightforward with us when it comes to going out on dates. Because honestly, it sucks when you guys reject us after the date, after we thought we put our best foot forward, and nothing. And then we're wrong to say, listen, I'd love it if you'd kind of like give me back your half. That'd be great. I took you out. You didn't like me. Kind of paid. I don't feel like you gave me your all. I don't think you gave me a chance. And I don't mean this for like, oh, I didn't give it up, so I have to pay him back. Or, oh, just because you're buying me dinner, I owe you sex. That's not what I'm saying. But you do owe us something.
Sex.
No, not sex.
Okay, sorry.
A fair chance, a real opportunity,
At getting sex. Come on.
You owe sex. If we're buying your dinner, you owe sex. Game over. Is that what it is? You know what one person said to me? That dating a woman, like legitimately dating a woman, is prostitution with extra steps.
Of course.
Somebody said that to me.
Yeah,
somebody said to me, it's just prostitution with extra steps. Because a guy wants sex, and the girl's just gonna get as much money as she can out of the guy before giving it up, if she gives it up ever at all. At least with a prostitute, you're given the same amount of money you would on a first date, but you're guaranteed sex. That is very, very nihilistic of me, and I know that, but that's what I was told once. Dating, for men, really courting women is just prostitution with extra steps.
The truth hurts.
Why do you think they have escort services?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same line, except you're paying for somebody to entertain you for.
Yes, and at least you're guaranteed that they're gonna at least humor you, and you don't have that expectation of getting a second date, and you don't have that what's it called, the dilemma, or I forget the word I want to use, of having to impress the woman. You're not pressured to have to impress the woman, because I hired her for the night. She's already impressed, or she'll pretend to be impressed. It'll be good for my ego. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, sorry ladies, but this is just, you're talking to, Manny, he's not out there at all. Joe is still allegedly, cite your source, engaged. I'm the one still out there shooting my shot and getting the recoil. So I'm just saying, it's not fun. It's not fun.
And
it's
that's why I've taken myself out of the game
because you hate love. But that's the point.
And that's why
I'm not interested in going through this shit. That's why.
Oh,
I'm not interested. It's not fun. It never
fun?
was fun. It never it never was fun. And no, it's just not.
I don't know, but I would say if you don't take dating seriously, it's fun. You just it's like going to a gambling table, just dumping a bunch of money and seeing what happens. If you don't take it seriously, it is fun. I get it, because I have moments where I'm just like, let's just go out to see what happens. But again,
that's what I did for a couple of times.
Yeah, which is why I say, if you're gonna if you're gonna date, you take a woman out, take her out to do something that you would enjoy. Something you would enjoy and you wouldn't regret paying for first. And then second, worry about impressing her. First, treat yourself. And anything that you do for her is a plus. Treat yourself. So if and when, more likely when, you don't get that second date or you get rejected, you can still say, I had fun. I did something I wanted to do.
Plus, doing that, you actually see the real in the woman because they're out of their element.
Exactly.
They're not in their element. They're not where they're comfortable with. They're not where they're used to being at. They're doing something that they're not doing. So you get the real version of her.
Which is why banana biking, why every woman gets the beach date. Because if you can't banana bike, you can't find the joy in banana biking. You're not gonna have fun trying to figure out how to balance and laugh and joke at yourself. I got no business being with you, because that's who I am. I laugh at myself. And banana biking is hilarious for somebody who's never done it before. And if you get frustrated, you're not having a good time, then what are we doing? Because that's
if you can't banana bike, don't talk to me.
Exactly. And with that being said, I'm Jason.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Manny.
And banana biking is the truth. And thank you for your time. Ladies, start paying for shit.
Banana biking saves lives.
Halal.
The last of the nice guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.